When it's light, you can't see into a place that's dark. But when it's dark, you can see what's around you much better.
Really?
Really. So if there's monsters or bad people around, you can see them. And if you're in the dark, they can't see you.
Well, the main reason was really that we just needed a little bit more time to finish it. I mean, it's you know, the game has been in development for so long that it's not for 4 weeks that, you know, was going to change much. And we just needed that to really polish the little things we wanted to polish, fix the extra bugs that we wanted to fix, and that's it. I think what happened with the age rating in the UK, and I'm not sure, but I think that we thought we were going to get an 18, and then when we submitted to the rating board, we got a 15, and we're like, okay, well, then it's 15. But I think we were expecting higher because the level of maturity of the game.
Let's see if I can make you useful.
And I guarantee you, the level of maturity in the game is the one we wanted to make, and we didn't change anything for any rating agency. I think the window that we have is actually pretty good. I think we're a bit before the titles that you mentioned, so I'm not that stressed. After all, I think that we have a really good game. I'm really excited about it. So I think our competition is also stressed about us releasing at the date we are.
Is that the PR line? Is it?
Oh no. We didn't talk about that. I am briefed on a lot of things, but I wasn't briefed on that.
Looking for me, asshole? No more playing around.
We know that the expectations are high, and that's why we want to make sure that the game is as good as we can, right? And I think that the little extra time that we got was perfect to allow us to really polish the game well, and to also play test it and tweak the level of difficulty, so that, you know, when you're playing in normal mode, most players will get a good challenge, but the fans out there that really want to get their asses kicked and they want a really big challenge, well, you know, they're going to play in realistic mode, and that's going to happen. Well, I think that for me, Chaos Theory was an amazing game, and I loved what he did with co-op, and for us, for Conviction, it was important to, when we started talking about multiplayer, Conviction single player is really about a strong storyline, a personal storyline for Sam, and we wanted to convey that also in co-op. And I think that I'm a really big co-op player, and I think a lot of people on the team really like co-op, and I think it was a perfect fit for us with the new gameplay, especially to just like go ahead and do co-op story. That came with its headaches, but at the same time I think it's very interesting because there's some characters that overlap. There's also some, you know, like some questions that you might have after playing single player are answered in the co-op. So I think that's very interesting. And then on top of that, we've got all the deniable ops missions, right? And all the, you know, the 4 game modes that are playable on the co-op maps and also on exclusive maps. So I think I'm really proud because I think the package that we're giving the player is very complete, and there's something for everyone in there, especially with online co-op and with split screen co-op, and deniable ops is also playable in single player. So I think, you know, whether you have friends or not, you'll be able to play most of the game. It was really a question of not being able to do it. Like doing Spy vs. Mercs is a whole new ball game. And because we had changed the gameplay so much, we didn't want to take the risk of on top of, like, you know, redefining what Splinter Cell and what stealth is, you know, going into Spy vs. Mercs. That's a whole new ball game, because that's a game mode that needs to be balanced super well because it's asymmetric gameplay. So I think we the smart move was to not do it right away and to make sure that we nail out of the park our core gameplay for Conviction. Now we already have some very good ideas if we decide to do another Splinter Cell game. I think we've got some good ideas for multiplayer.
We're not expecting this maybe DLC.
I'm not allowed to talk about DLC, obviously. I think that I don't know, Ubisoft supports their games very well when they have a multiplayer component, so I'm sure you can imagine what that means, but I'm not gonna comment on any game mode or anything about DLC.
Sorry about that.
The achievements are always a very big challenge because different types of players expect different types of achievements, and you always try to balance out. You want to give some points early in the game for rewarding the player for playing. At the same time, you want to give some points to the players that play the entire story. But then we've got co-op, we've got deniable ops, and then, like you said, there's some achievements that are more there to attract the player to try out different modes, right? So if you host a match and you play a co-op story, right there we reward you because you're trying out the game and you're trying different things. And then we've got achievements that are more for the collectors, right? The completionists, the one that wants to finish every game mode on every map at every difficulty level. So all these we categorize them to make sure that we try to please everybody, and we actually work very closely with Microsoft. Microsoft are building a very big expertise on achievements. They know what works, they know what doesn't. So they worked with us. We sent them our list. They gave us some feedback. We changed some stuff. They also worked with us on how many points we should give for completing the game. They told us you should give like this amount of points for a normal player that plows through the single player campaign and things like that. So it's very interesting because it's becoming almost a science. I'm not aware of guidelines, but they definitely have a strong opinion that they share. And because we're exclusive 360, our dialogue with Microsoft is super good. So it's like we just send them their stuff, and then they send us feedback, and some of them we were like, wow, okay, we didn't see that, but if you say it that way, like, yeah, okay, then we shouldn't give that many points for doing this or that. And so it was interesting, and I think we all learned from the process. And I think I like our achievements because I think we have a good balance of everything, right? You're gonna get a good amount of points if you play the single player story, but then again, if you upgrade your weapons and you're into the PEC system, because the PEC system is also it's our way of rewarding the player, right? You do our own challenges, and then you get points in the game, and then you spend those points to upgrade your guns and stuff. And then when you upgrade your guns, then you're gonna get achievements. So it all feeds off inside our own PEC system. The cars here were like running out.
That's a good time. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Nice seeing you again. So that's it. We're like, thank you, bye.